This is the first time I've had to say that to any of the other classes. I don't need to say that to 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you guys need to think about that. Okay, so we are just finishing up our chapter 7. This was an important chapter on adding and subtracting fractions. Okay, so we're going to start reviewing all of that today. So open up your books to page 447.
Oh, God.
Okay, page 447. This is the chapter review. Okay, let's look at number 1. Aaron, could you please read number 1? So Aaron, you'll have to unmute yourself to read that to us.
Oh. My knee bumped into my book and now it just fell.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Are you not on the correct page then, Aaron?
Yeah, the book closed.
Okay, mute yourself again, please. Brooklyn, would you please read number 1 on page 447?
Sure. So a painter mixed 1/4 quart of red paint with 3/4 blue paint to make a purple paint. How much purple paint did the painter make? I said 4/4 or 1
Good.
quart
So
of purple paint.
they show you a model there. You can look at it. You don't have to use it. You guys know how to add without the model. And it's exactly what Brooklyn said. She said she was adding 1/4 plus 3/4. And
Wait,
that
what page is it? What page?
447.
Gavin, did you miss the page when we said it like the first 5 times?
I couldn't hear you.
It's page 447.
Okay.
The chapter review. We're on number 1. Okay. And we're doing 1/4 plus 3/4 is 4/4, which equals 1. That was perfect, Brooklyn. All right, number 2, Connor, could you please unmute and read number 2?
What page is it?
Ivan Bikes 447. Ivan
Thank
Bikes
you.
1 2/3 hours on Monday. No problem. 2 1/3 hours on Tuesday and 2 2/3 hours on Wednesday. What is the total number of hours Ivan spent biking? 6 and 2/3.
Okay, tell us what you did, Connor. Did you add, subtract, multiply, divide? What did you do?
I kind of forget
You don't know what you did?
because we did this together already.
Okay, what would you do?
Oh, we would add. Sorry.
Yeah, they say total hours, so we would add that up. Okay, and we're going to add 1 2/3 plus 2 1/3 first, because remember, we're always looking to get the 3/3. Okay, and that gives us 4. And 4 plus 2 2/3 would give us 6 2/3. Okay. All right. Number 3, David C. Could you read that one for us? So Connor, go ahead and mute yourself. David C., you'll have to unmute so we could hear you.
Yeah, okay. Number 3, how do you say that? Trisha had 4 1/8 yards of fabric to make curtains. When she finished, she had 2 3/8 of fabric left. She said she used 2 2/8 of yards of fabric for the curtains. Do you agree? Explain.
Okay, so we talked about this one the other day. What did you say? Did you agree with this one, David?
No, did not subtract properly.
Good. You have to take 4 1/8 and subtract 2 3/8. Okay, I think maybe Taryn did this one for us. All right, we borrow from that 4 and make it a 3, and we add our numerator and denominator. That gives us 9/8. Okay, so we're taking 9/8 and we're subtracting 3/8, which gives us 6/8. 1 6/8, which is 1 3/4 yard. Okay, so that was a no. They subtracted wrong, just like David said. It should be 1 3/4. Okay, number 4.
I got 1 7/8. So I just want to know why I was wrong.
I got 1 7/8 also.
For number 3,
Yeah,
Hi.
because you have the 1, so you should have 9/8 minus 2/8.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was a 3.
Oh no.
We're subtracting 2 2/8.
Oh no. Oh yeah. We're subtracting.
Yeah, we are subtracting 2 2/8.
No, you want to subtract the 2 3/8 because it says when she was finished, she had 2 3/8.
Oh.
She said she used 2 2/8. So they're saying is the answer 2 2/8, but you have to subtract what she had left, which was 2 3/8.
No. They kind of put it backwards because it said when she finished, she had 2 3/8 yards of fabric left. That's what we were seeing. We were seeing if we would get 2 3/8. But we had to. She said she had used 2 2/8 of fabric for the curtains.
Okay, so that's the second way you could do it, David. You could.
What page are we on?
David, N, did you just join us?
Yeah.
Okay, we're on page 447.
Okay. Number 3, may I guess?
We're on number 3. Yep,
So the first answer is no, right?
correct. And David S., I understand what you're saying. So that's the second way you could do it. The way that Mrs. Palmer did it is I took away how much she had left and said, if she had that much left, then she used 1 3/4 yards.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, you could also get could you get 1 7/8?
Well, yeah, if you say I'm going to say that I'm going to say that she used, the 2 2/8, assuming that's right, then she should have had 1 7/8 left. So either way you do it, yes, you get the answer no. And then in your explanation, it would say why. Like mine would say she really used 1 3/4 yards. And yours would say if she did use 2 2/8, then she should have 1 7/8 left. Okay, so the explanation would be different, but we both get no. Okay. David N., we're not going to use the model for number 4, but I want you to read number 4.
Yes. Miguel's class went to the state fair. The fairground is divided into sections. Rider in 6/10 of the fairground, games in 2/10 of the fairground, fun exhibits in 1/10 of the fairground. Don't use the model. What fraction of the fairground is rides and games? So that is going to be set 8/10 of the fairgrounds.
Okay, how did you get that?
6/10 plus 2/10.
Okay, 6/10 plus 2/10 equals 8/10.
You can always break that down into 4/5.
Yeah, and we always write our fractions in lowest terms, so I like your 4/5. Okay, so there's the work that David did. They want to know what fraction would be rides and games, so we add those together. Okay, that's what he did. All right, let's look at part B, and we'll have David S. read us part B. Okay, David S.?
How much greater is the part of the fairground with rides than with farm exhibits? Explain how the model could be used to find the answer.
All right, so don't worry about the model, but just answer the
How much
question.
greater is the part of the rides? Oh, wait. I did this wrong. I did this one wrong, so I don't know.
Okay, well, what would we do? How much greater is rides than farm exhibits? So what fraction is rides?
Oh, it's just 5/10. I was thinking something else. Okay.
All right, how did you get 5/10?
Because 6/10 minus 1/10 is 5/10.
Okay, good. Can you reduce 5/10?
Yeah, 1/2.
Good job.
I just completely thought of something different.
Okay, yep. So he took the part that had rides and subtracted the part that had farm exhibits, and that shows how much greater it is.
Sorry, I had to grab something. So we're not writing anything down.
Yeah, you're writing down what Mrs. Palmer's holding up.
Let me write that down, please.
All right. Gavin Rogers, could you read number 5?
Rita is making chili. The recipe calls for 2 3/4 cups of tomatoes. How many cups of tomatoes, written as a fraction greater than 1, are used in the recipe?
Okay, Gavin. So they make that sound so confusing, but do you know what they just want you to do?
Miss Palmer, I missed the last fraction.
Do I just have to do 4 times 2 is 8 plus 3?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And what would you get?
I would get 11. I would get 11 and
And what goes on the bottom?
11/4, right?
That's it. Good job. Okay, so number 5, Gavin got it, 11/4. Okay, number 6 goes to Sod.
Lamar's mom sells sports equipment online. She sold 9/10 of the sports equipment. Select the way 9/10 can be written as a sum of fractions. Mark all that apply.
Okay, so everyone should be muted except for Sod. All right, so we don't want to hear the background noise of anyone else. All right, go ahead, Sod. Which ones would you choose?
B, D, and F.
B, D, and F are correct. Okay, those are all ways that if you added it up, you would get 9/10. All right. Good work. All right. Number 7 goes to Taryn. Taryn, could you unmute and read number 7?
Okay. Bella bought 8/10 gallon of water and on a hiking trip. She drank 6 8-gallons of water. How much water is left? It will be 2/10, but do you want me to reduce?
Yes. Could you tell us how you got that?
Yeah, it's 1/10. Well, one.
Tell me what you did to get the 2/10 first.
So she had 8/10 gallon of water, and she drank 6/10. So I did 8/10 minus 6/10 equals 2/10. But then I reduced. Do you want me to reduce?
Yep. So you have to divide the numerator and the denominator both by 2.
1/5.
Very good. All right, you guys are just rocking at this today. Nice job. All right, Yash, you are number 8.
In a survey, wait 1 minute. Okay. In a survey, 6/10 of the students choose Saturday and 1/10 choose Monday as their favorite day of the week. What fraction shows the students who chose Saturday or Monday as their favorite day?
Okay, so you don't have to use the model, but if I said what fraction chose either Saturday or Monday, what would you do?
7/10. I'd
Good.
add 6/10 plus 1/10 since they have the same denominator.
Very good. 6/10 plus 1/10 is 7/10. Very nice. Okay.
Should I do part B too?
No, you guys can cross off part B because it talks about the model. All right, so just cross off part B. All right, and we'll move on to number 9. And that's to Aaron.
Can I do the next one?
Shh. No, we're going in order. Okay, Aaron, can you read number 9, please?
Okay, before I read number 9, why do I hear an echo?
Because Gavin Rogers is not muted.
Okay.
Left.
So number 9, match the equation with the property used.
Okay, so we're looking at the first one. Okay, Aaron? So look at where we have 6/10 plus 4/10 plus 3/10. 6/10 plus 4/10 plus 3/10, but they moved the parentheses around. Moving the parentheses, is that commutative or associative?
Commutative.
No, commutative is changing the order. Moving parentheses is associative. Good.
Associative.
Yeah. So the first one, connect it to associative. All right. We're going to do the next one, Aaron, okay? 1 1/4 plus 3 and plus 2 1/4 equals 1 1/4 plus 2 1/4 plus 3. Did they change the order that they're in or move parentheses to another spot?
Move parentheses and do another spot.
Well, no, look, they kept the parentheses around the second and the third terms, but they changed the order the terms are written in. Okay, so changing the order, that goes to all right, you muted yourself back up, so I'm going to go to Brooklyn. Brooklyn, can you unmute?
Yeah.
Okay, so Brooklyn, if we change the order, what is that?
That is commutative.
Yes, good. So the second dot goes straight across to commutative. Okay.
Can
Brooklyn, I'm going to hang on to you for the next part, okay?
Okay.
2 6/10 plus 1/10 plus 3 9/10. 2 6/10 plus 1/10 plus 3 9/10. Did they change the order or did they move the parentheses around?
They have the parentheses, so that would mean, perhaps, let's see, a commutative too?
No, commutative is order. So if they kept the same order but moved the parentheses,
Oh, you
that's
mean it's like-
associative.
Then it's associative. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about the.
All right. And then the very bottom one, Brooklyn,
Okay, that is.
did they change the order or
That is
move parentheses?
commutative.
Say it again.
Commutative?
Commutative. Yep, they changed the order they're written in. So that is commutative. All right. So it should go associative, commutative, associative, commutative.
Commutative.
Okay, good job. All right, go ahead and go
You-
mute your mic again, Brooklyn, and I'm going to move to Connor. Connor, unmute. All right,
Yep.
Connor, 10A, is that a yes or a no?
Yes.
Good. How about 10B, Connor?
Yes.
Yes, good. How about 10C, Connor?
No.
No. What did they do wrong there?
The bottom. You don't add the bottom.
Perfect. Yep, good. All right. 10D, Connor, yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, you're on a roll. One more. 10E, yes or no?
No.
Good. What did they do wrong with that one?
They added when they put a subtract.
Perfect. All right, good work. Okay. Number 11, David C. All right, so Connor, go ahead and mute back up, and David C, unmute. All right, David
Number
C.
11.
Mhm.
Number 11. Gina has 5 2/6 feet of silver ribbon and 2 4/6 of gold ribbon. How much more silver does Gina have than gold ribbon? You need to
Alright.
subtract.
Very good. How much more? You're like, oh, that's a subtract. Good.
Let me see.
Do we have to borrow?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a subtraction. And David C's right. We're going to have to borrow because we can't take 4 6 from 2 6. Okay. Cross out the 5 and make it a what, David?
Oh, 4.
Mm-hmm. Cross out your numerator and make it a
8.
good. All right. So we changed that to 4 and 8 6. Now you can subtract.
2
what do you
and
get?
4 6.
Good.
2 and 4 6.
Perfect. And can you reduce 4 6?
I'm going to reduce it into, let me see, 2 and 2/3.
Perfect. Good work. 2 and 2/3. I love it. All right. There it is, guys. All right. If you pin Mrs. Palmer, you should be able to see the board pretty big. All right.
You're pinned.
Okay. David N., could you read number 12 for us?
Number 12. Jill is making a long cape. She needs 4 1/3 yards of blue fabric for the outside of the cape. She needs 3 2/3 yards of purple fabric for the inside lining of the cape. Jill incorrectly subtracted 2 mixed numbers to find how much more blue fabric than purple fabric she should buy. The work is shown below. Why is Jill's work incorrect? 4 1/3 minus 3 2/3 does not equal 12/3. That makes no sense.
Okay. Yeah. So what did she do wrong, David N.?
Subtracted.
Well, what did she do wrong? Like, she took 4 1/3 and she changed it to 12/3.
Yeah.
What did she? 4 1/3 is not 12/3, right?
Yeah.
All right. What is 4 1/3?
4
It's not-
1/3.
And yeah, turn that into an improper fraction. She said it's
13/3, I believe.
yeah, it's 13/3. Good. And then she said that 3 2/3 is 9/3. Is that right?
No.
What's 3 2/3?
11/3.
Okay, good. So she should have taken 13/3 and subtracted 11/3, right?
Yeah.
So-
she should have gotten 2/3.
Yeah, she did she multiplied by that whole number part, but she forgot to add the numerator. Okay. All right. Could you do part B then, David N.? How much more blue fabric than purple fabric should she have gotten?
Generally self-explanatory if you do part A, so 2/3.
Yeah. Okay. So if you did part A, like David said, it was 13/3 minus 11/3 is what it should have been. And he did that subtraction and he said 2/3 more blue fabric. Okay. So you guys can write in there 2/3, that's part B, 2/3 more blue fabric. Okay. I want you to finish the next 2 pages for tomorrow for us to go over. So that's going to be up to number 20. Okay, so page 451 and 452. We'll finish the chapter review and we'll be having a little assessment on adding and subtracting fractions this week, and then we'll move on to our next chapter. Okay, let me write that down. Page 451 and 452.
Okay, thanks.
All
Bye.
You are welcome. Have a good day, guys.
You too. See you tomorrow.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Now I have to find my mom. She went for a big long walk. I am left alone.
Uh-oh.
Bye.
Bye.